Hi, everyone, and welcome to the official press conference ahead of the Leagues Cup 2024 match between St. Louis City SC and FC Dallas tomorrow, the 27th at City Park. Joining us is St. Louis's interim head coach, John Hackworth, and we'll begin with questions in the room before we transition over to Zoom.
John, with everything going on with the new guys, with the run the team's on, how important is the Leagues Cup?
I think it becomes really important for our club to integrate these new guys into our team, give them an opportunity to learn exactly how we want them to play so that they know their roles and responsibilities. And at the same time, with the quality that they're bringing, it's a huge boost to our team right now. And that comes at a much needed time.
So is the value there also with the potential for getting guys back maybe later on in the tournament to not just play these two games, but to lengthen your run?
Absolutely. Our goal is to make sure that we make the deepest run possible in this tournament. And, I don't want to put too many things in front of the players right now, but, this tournament represents a really important opportunity for us. First trophy qualifies us for another competition. So there's a lot on the line here. And the best part of this is that everyone's at the exact same spot right now. No one's played a game. There's no wins. There's no losses. There's no draws. So we have a really good chance to build on what we've been building on, plus bring new guys into our team that add quality and to try to compete. The first goal is to get out of the group. And I haven't talked to you about this, Tom, but in my previous life as a national team coach, like the first game is paramount.
Coach, thinking about Dallas already played twice this year. What did you see from those games?
I think Dallas is like us, a team that has the ability to on the day beat anybody in our league. I think like us, they've gone through a transition with the head coach. And so they're probably in a very similar place to us in that they're looking at this Leagues Cup as an opportunity to start over and build a little bit of momentum going into the last part of the regular season. So I can't, tell you exactly what they're thinking, but I would say it's pretty similar to how we are thinking.
Coach, I think we talked a little bit after the SKC game last week about this being a bit of a new start, but getting, 4 players in camp at the same time, like as you go from one stage of the season to the next, but in such a condensed period of time, what has that setup been like as you progress through the week? Has it been getting better, getting closer to game day, or is everyone more acquainted with each other?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to have the time to prepare, and we have had that, and you can tell already that whether it's the training minutes or just the acclimation for some of the new players, that has been beneficial. And then to build off our past performances where we felt positive about certain things and to correct the things that we know we have to correct, that's what we've utilized this time with.
Hey, John, how's it going? Kind of a detour, but kind of on the similar grounds of this tournament. You've had experience coaching in the Lamar Hunt Open Cup. There's been the big debate about how City should be involved by fans and all that stuff. But I wanted to get your personal stance. I know the team and the organization as a whole has kind of said that they're committed to playing in the Lamar Hunt Cup. What is your personal stance on it? And what should the fans' relationship be with tournaments like Lamar Hunt Open Cup and the Leagues Cup as well?
Can I ask how many questions was in that one question? Holy shit, that's a lot. I can't even remember the first one, but I think I got the context of it.
Yeah.
Look, this is St. Louis, all right? And if there's a place in this country where the Open Cup is more important, I certainly don't know about it. And I think there has to be a reference to the historical importance of what the Open Cup has meant to our fan base and our club. So with that, I can tell you that our club, Diego and myself, we brought in Nelson Rodriguez from the league. We met with our supporters groups. This is something that we are trying to address very directly, very upfront, hold nothing back. Our supporters have been fantastic, from day one. We appreciate everything they do for us. I don't know some of the decisions that are being made in that regard off the field, but I would just say that from those two sides alone, we're thankful for the support that we've had from the very start, and we understand how important that Open Cup is. But this isn't the Open Cup. This is a Leagues Cup. So now we have an opportunity to play in a different competition and hopefully advance and do well. And, that's going to be our main focus.
I do.
Did I answer all your questions?
Perfect. By the way, I
Wow.
appreciate that. Thank you so much.
How I got all of them, I have no idea.
Yeah, we spoke to Marcel the other day, and he said that he was 100% committed to helping City turn around their season this year. Have you seen it in the work that, particularly the new guys in general, when they've come in to this team? Have you seen the work being put in already to try to help turn around this season?
Yeah, just speaking of Cello alone, like this guy is, he's been in the off season, but he comes in and he puts himself in a position to be available right away on a week because he is so fit. So he clearly is an athlete that holds himself to a very high standard, and that has been great for us because now when we're trying to acclimate him into training, we're not worried about his fitness as much. Does he need time on the ball? Does he need to understand, the different tactical ideas that we're trying to implement? Of course, but we're not worried about his fitness right now. I would say that and say I think it's hard for a guy to come off an off season and play 90 plus minutes in a game, but it's really nice to have him available. And I'm looking forward to putting him on the field.
For those on Zoom, if you have a question, please raise your hand. I haven't seen anything yet, so going once, going twice, and now let Tom finish this out for Coach.
Simon Bescher, is he available or is he good to go?
Simon is another athlete. He just came through a whole preseason. So, he had the opportunity to already go through a preseason with his former club, and now he's here. And if you know anything about Simon, I mean, this kid is built to work. And I know a lot of you that have ever watched a St. Louis University game know that about Simon. I would personally just make the note that, like, when I saw him, when I first got here in 21, I wanted to try so hard to get him into our club. So it's taken about 3 years to get him here, but I'm super excited about Simon being here.
John Klein's got to be enjoying it too.
I'm sure it looks like they're enjoying it. They already have a great relationship, and to get on my soapbox a little bit about this game, like, it's a game of relationships. And when you have players that understand each other, even the tiniest little detail becomes so important, knowing where a guy likes to make a run, knowing what side he likes to find the ball on, knowing how hard he works, or when he goes, what you have to do behind him. Those are all things that, we have that already built in between Johnny and Simon. So he fits our style well, but then there's that added bonus that you're bringing guys that already have a really good understanding of each other together.
So what is it like for you to now have these offensive options, which you haven't
Awesome.
had?
It's amazing. But I sit here, match day -1 and tell you it's awesome. And at the same time, we haven't gone out there and done anything. So that chance for us is now that, can we take all that positive energy that we feel about what we see on the training field, and can that translate into a really good performance and hopefully a really good result tomorrow?
Is there anyone you're looking to rest? Like a year ago, Roman didn't play in the first game. Is there anything?
I'm not even thinking about that. I mean, I'm 100% focused on going full throttle, and using all our resources and maximizing every moment we can. I don't think we're in a position from our season that we can kind of take our foot off the gas, but certainly, to go back to the way I started this is a really good chance for us as a club to chase our first trophy. and to bring all these new pieces in. So why would we do anything less than put our best foot forward?
And how close is? Oh, yeah.
We actually will go ahead and finish that off with Coach. Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you, Tom. And now we will go ahead and switch with Chris Durkin. Thank you for joining us. We'll go ahead and start with In the Room.
Hi, Chris.
How you doing?
What do you see as the importance of the Leagues Cup for this team?
Yeah, I think Coach Hack put it really well. Everybody starts off at zero again. It's a level playing field, and we get to go for a trophy. So we're really excited for that. I think it's a really good competition. I thought it was pretty successful last year. A lot of eyes on it, and I think it'll be entertaining. So I'm really looking forward to it. Like Hack said, the first game is really important. So I know the guys are really excited for it.
How big is it to get games for SETI and Cello, which sounds like we're calling him, and JGR and Simon, and get these guys a chance to play actual competitive games?
Yeah, it's massive. It's tough coming into a summer window in the MLS with no, preseason. So this is almost, you're thrust right into to games right away. But I know these guys are top professionals. And if they're called to do something, I know they'll step up. So it's a great opportunity for them, for us to learn them quicker on the pitch, because that's where you learn guys the best is how they are in certain moments within the game. So really looking forward to seeing how those guys work. Really promising stuff already in training. So yeah, I'm excited to see how it goes.
And Chris, with all these new coming players in and players going out recently, does this feel like a bit of a fresh start, new competition, nothing in the way of baggage, and you have a week where players are coming in and giving kind of a new energy? What has the training environment been like with that?
Yeah, well, I think the training week has been really good. Like you said, a new competition has come in. People feel more pressure for their spots and trying to make it into the starting lineup. So now Hack has more difficult decisions to make, which makes, I think, everybody's level raise. So I think that's a really positive thing. Like I said, the training week was really well. I was really encouraged by the work that everybody put in. The energy seems really good, and yeah, I think going into this Leagues Cup, I think we have a good bit of energy to have, and now it's just how we, put it the right way.
Is there an intensity there that was maybe missing earlier in the season with new players coming in?
No, I think the work has always been there. I think I think this is a group of guys that work hard. I think it's just about, you know, that finding that, competitive edge again. I think, maybe not so resting so easy and feeling like, hey, if I'm not performing well, then, I'm going to get taken out or somebody else is going to step up. So there's a little more pressure and roles now, I think, which is always healthy within a team environment.
Chris, you played Leagues Cup last year with BC. Can you talk about your experience last year?
Yeah, it was, I enjoyed it. Played Montreal, Philly, and Pumas. So it was exciting to play a Liga MX team. And those are always interesting challenges that come with unique battles. And I think it'll be a fun one against Juarez. Obviously, our attention is on Dallas first, but I really enjoyed the Leagues Cup. I thought it was set up pretty well. And I know speaking with a lot of guys, just around within this team and around the league, I think people want to take it serious, and it was taken serious last year, and I think it will only continue to grow.
And I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but there may not be as many supporters from the North End tomorrow. Does that impact you guys in any way?
That's their decision. I think they're entitled to come whether or not they want to. I think, in the club stance, we still want to be a part of the Open Cup. And me personally, I love the Open Cup. It's where I made my professional debut with DC United, my first ever game in an Open Cup. So that cup has a special place in my heart. But I know that there still will be a lot of people in the stands, and I know that they'll be supporting us. And I've got nothing but good things to say about all the supporters that have come. And so it's up to everybody's decision. Yeah.
For those on Zoom, if you have a question, please feel free to raise your hand. All right, well, I don't see anyone yet, so we'll go ahead and end our press conference. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for joining us. We have FC Dallas's press conference immediately following this one, and we look forward to tomorrow's match. Thank you.